My name is Alicia Sells, and I'm the CEO of We Lead CS. We Lead CS is a first of its kind in the nation virtual computer science career academy. Powered with a $3 million appropriation made in this past legislative session, We Lead CS is carrying out the General Assembly's charge to significantly expand Kentucky's students' access to opportunities that prepare them for jobs in Kentucky's technology sector. Kentuckians clearly have opportunities to find work and earn high wages in our growing tech economy. In 2023, Kentucky averaged more than 3,400 open computing jobs each month, advertised on Monster and Indeed across all regions of the Commonwealth with an average salary of over $77,000. Kentucky also has a significant talent gap, a shortage of workers with the education and skills needed to fill those open computing jobs. And I'll note that many of those jobs can be done at home, from Louisa to Paducah and all points in between. The talent gap begins in high school. In 2021, 783 Kentucky high school students earned an industry certification in computer science. That's a low number in and of itself, but consider that 42%, 329 of 783, were in Adobe graphic design and Photoshop. Graphic design is the most negative growth job in the Kentucky tech sector. The gap expands in college. In 23-24, 371 students graduated in Kentucky with computer science associate degrees and 940 with computer science bachelor's degrees. In 2020, the U.S. Department of Education challenged schools to develop ideas to expand rural students' access to computer science education and prepare those students for the exploding number of jobs in all sectors of the economy, requiring workers to have computing and technology skills. The U.S. Department of Ed selected iLead Academy's idea to create a virtual computer science career academy as one of the 5 most innovative ideas in the nation. My friend Heather Ackles, who's here with me today, and Jenna Gray and Eric Gray were a critical part of making that happen. iLead is a regional career academy in Carrollton, Kentucky, where students from 5 rural districts along the I-71 corridor prepare for the region's highest wage STEM jobs and earn associate degrees in high school. With one computer science teacher providing daily virtual instruction to students in 5 districts, we embarked on a 3-year pilot to test and prove an innovative approach to career education in the virtual world. We developed partnerships with some of America's largest tech employers that are members of the Inner Alliance of Greater Cincinnati. The Inner Alliance is a nonprofit coalition of employers who begin building their talent pipeline while students are in high school. We shared what we learned in the pilot with legislative leaders. In 2022, the General Assembly passed legislation establishing We Lead CS. In our inaugural year, this year, as a statewide program, We Lead CS has 86 students from 8 districts studying in dual credit computer science pathways with us, from Lawrence, Rockcastle, Carroll, Gallatin, Henry, and Trumbull counties, and from the Kentucky Education Development Cooperation's New Horizons Academy for homeschool students. Districts enter into an MOA with We Lead CS to provide computer science instruction for their students. They can enroll as few as 1 student or recruit multiple students from grades 8 through 12. Students get daily instruction, tutoring, and coaching. They can earn 18 to 21 hours of dual credit, transferable directly to completion of computer science associate and bachelor's degrees in Kentucky. They'll earn industry certifications employers tell us they need, and our virtual work-based learning program will bring employers to students in their classrooms in rural Kentucky instead of school districts trying to figure out how to pay for the transportation and move kids from Louisa to Cincinnati. Today, we're announcing 3 ways that We Lead CS is going to meet our challenge from the General Assembly. Chambers of commerce across the state know their businesses better than anyone, so we're asking them to take the lead. We're offering $100,000 in micro grants to chambers in Kentucky. We're asking them to identify which Kentucky employers are hiring tech talent, what skills they need in their talent pipeline, and how those chamber members can engage with students in We Lead CS. In partnership with We Lead CS, the Inner Alliance is expanding its model of employer engagement and tech talent pipeline development into Kentucky. On October 1st, We Lead CS is launching our student recruitment efforts for 25-26. We want to enroll 300 additional students to join our 86 as we move toward our goal of graduating 250 to 300 students a year who are the most qualified applicants in the entry-level tech pipeline. The folks with me here today each played a pivotal role in the development of We Lead CS and will in its future.
Thank you for the opportunity to speak today, and it was such an honor this morning when we had our Senate Interim Committee on Economic Development and Workforce Investment to have We Lead CS present in front of us, as well as to hear from Interalliance of Greater Cincinnati and the Northern Kentucky region of the excitement about the launch of their strategy and their aggressive campaign to work with chambers of commerces across the Commonwealth of Kentucky, as well as to recruit an additional 300 students as their goal of 25 and 26. As Alicia mentioned, when we look at job opportunities and job growth in certain sectors, there's nothing more important than the technology field that this will play, and to make sure our next generation of learners have the skills and ability to be able to move right into that seamless transition into the workforce. During this interim, we have a workforce attraction and retention task force that is studying exactly what We Lead CS is working on to making sure that we can improve upon our very woeful labor participation rate in Kentucky to increase that. And the way that we do that is harnessing in on those 8th grade students, those high school students, the middle school mindset to know what opportunities are out there. Internship opportunities to get hands-on experience, and for those students to be able to know a seamless transition of how much a job in this tech field can set them up with a very, very good salary, benefits, and the ability of them to provide for themselves and also for their families. I'm excited to also have Commissioner Robbie Fletcher with us today, because I know his vision of especially working in rural Kentucky, suburban Kentucky, and urban parts of Kentucky, that we want to accommodate and adapt all of our young people to be able to thrive and have dreams and goals that they set forth. And they do not have to leave this state to be able to have a good paying job and a good paying career. I'm proud of Alicia. I'm proud of We Lead CS and the work that they're doing within computer science. And as someone who represents parts of rural Kentucky, we don't have a lot of computer science teachers in our school systems. And for the ability for this to be a virtual option for many of our young people to tap into, what a great opportunity for them to be able to be educated by someone and to know what this can lead for them for future success. I want to thank also in the House Side Representative Banta for her work on this, as well as also within the Senate, my colleague who's here today, Senator Shelley Funky Fromeyer, both of them representing the Northern Kentucky region and the excitement that we've seen from Interalliance and the work that We Lead CS is doing in that region. But this is going to be something that's going to be bigger for the Commonwealth, and we're excited about the growth. And as the General Assembly looking to continue to fund, and as we look at our appropriations to see the success that this is going to be and what we can do going forward. Once again, thank you all for the opportunity to be here. God bless.
Before I begin, I want to reiterate something that Ms. Sells said. This program is the first of its kind. In Kentucky, we tend to be the leaders in many things, and I'm very excited that this is another leadership opportunity for Kentucky to be out in the front, something that doesn't exist anywhere else. We Lead CS is doing just that, and today you're going to hear some firsthand stories about how this program is charting a new course to offer careers to students that may not have even known that they existed before. As chair of the House Budget and Education Workforce, these programs this is the kind of thing we're looking to invest in. This has the ROI that we need in Kentucky in training kids and introducing them to different types of computer education. Earlier this year, the General Assembly voted a budget. This is a pilot. I'm always excited about pilots because we can use the data to figure out whether this is really going to work. I have every confidence that this program is really going to work and it's going to be exceptional. As you heard today, the budget of $3 million initiative is taking a proven approach to another level. Business in every sector of Kentucky's economy need workers who have computer science skills. Many people do not have the opportunity to learn those computer science skills. This opens the door for these workers, these kids, these people. An investment in education, innovation, but more importantly, an investment in the people of Kentucky will impact employers positively, kids positively, with chances of having a $77,000 income level once they get the certifications in this program. I want to encourage all local chambers of commerce throughout the Commonwealth to step up and take the lead on identifying employers who are hiring this kind of talent. Use this opportunity to provide these employers with the opportunity to influence the skills of We Lead CS and develops its students, because these young men and women are the future of our workforce. Ladies and gentlemen, programs like this meet people where they are and can help keep talented people in Kentucky, which should be all of our goals. I appreciate the coverage today at the press conference. I hope that you and the other members of the media will help us get the word out, and I hope that we have an abundance of people to the point that they're back asking for more money every budget cycle. Thank you and have a great day.
One of the things when it comes to education, I'm a firm believer that as educators, it is our responsibility to provide opportunities to our kids. They have to have opportunities to dream. They have to have opportunities to struggle. They have to have opportunities to succeed. So with that being said, I want to say thank you for allowing me the privilege of joining you all here today to celebrate this new opportunity in education across our Commonwealth. I can't help to think about all the students this year, and we're in the 80s at this point, I believe, of students that are going to be served that would not have had this opportunity if it wasn't for Mr. Gray, our teacher, who has decided to do this on a Commonwealth scale. Without educators like you, these possibilities are not even a dream for our kids. So thank you, sir, for that. It means so much to me as a commissioner, but more importantly, it means so much to me as a dad, to know that our kids will have this opportunity because of you, and because of We Lead, and the direction that we're going. And the work being done here by We Lead CS will help increase the state's competitiveness in the technology economy. It'll expand our capacity to prepare high school students for the jobs that we can't even imagine. We're trying to design a workforce, we're trying to train a workforce for jobs that we don't even know what they're going to look like. Computer science is going to play a role no matter what the industry, what the line that you're going to go into. And it's so important that we give our students, our kids, our children, those opportunities to be in computer science. As a matter of fact, Kentuckians across the Commonwealth told us 4 years ago what they were looking for in education. And that's how the Kentucky United We Learn vision started. And it guides our work even to this day. And two of those pillars in that work is vibrant learning and collaboration with communities. This is an exemplar example of both, and we're so thankful for that. The milestone we're celebrating today supports both of those pillars tremendously. We Lead's new partnership with Inter Alliance will help more of our students get real-world experiences. Real-world experiences. We're going to make school relevant for so many kids. They're going to have opportunities. If you want to talk about fighting chronic absenteeism, this is going to be a powerful tool because kids are having opportunities that they wouldn't have before. It's exciting. I look forward to it. And all of these opportunities that we're talking about with job shadowing, projects, paid internships, are vibrant learning experiences for our students, and they help connect to what they're learning in the classroom to the skills they need. Again, relevance. Relevance is so important in our education system. We need to give our kids a reason to be at school. And this is one of those reasons. I have an opportunity that I wouldn't have had if it wasn't for We Lead, and I'm so thankful for that. Now, I do have a little bias. I do come here from Lawrence County, and I'm proud to say that when I came in, I thought we had 10 students from Lawrence County, but now we have 12. But those 12 students would not have had this opportunity, not just in Lawrence County, but from across our Commonwealth. I have seen firsthand in Lawrence County how these work-based opportunities give our students opportunities that they would not have any other way. They play a key role in our classrooms. And it's something that's so important to give our kids that opportunity to dream, opportunity to struggle, because this is advanced coursework. Life's not easy. We need to let them struggle. But also, too, this is a great opportunity for them to be successful no matter the pathway they decide, because computer science is going to play such a role. These kind of partnerships also help education build closer ties to the business community. Partnerships like this allow our best and brightest students to stay here in the Commonwealth. After all, what do we want most? We want our family, our kids, we want them to stay home. Because what we value most in Kentucky is our family. And we want to make sure that our family has the opportunity to thrive right here within our great state. This partnership is another way to allow those things to happen. So, that being said, I look forward to our continued collaboration. Our continued collaboration in creating a system where our students are excited to be in the classroom. There's so many great things going on already, but this adds another one. It gives our families and our communities something to look forward to. My child has this opportunity, and he didn't have to go out of my community to get that. He didn't have to go out of my community to get the education. As a matter of fact, once he gets the education, he can even come back, or she can come back. That is something that is so exciting to me. I want to say this. Thank you to We Lead. Thank you to our partners. Thank you to our teacher and those that support him that allow this to happen. And at the end of the day, I always close with this. Thank you for being all in.
Lifelong Kentuckian. I live in Kenton County, always have. I've raised children in Kentucky, went to the University of Kentucky. So very proud to bring this program into Kentucky. What Interlines brings to the table here and what Interlines is. So let's rewind about 18 years ago. A lot of the large companies within Cincinnati got together to realize that there was a talent shortage in greater Cincinnati for information technology. Created a partnership with educational institutions, the government, and a lot of the large corporations within Cincinnati to create a nonprofit whose singular focus was to introduce information technology careers to students within the area so that we could build a talent pipeline and build opportunities for those students. One of the key components of that is just exposure. We see that students have a lot of aptitude towards information technology, but just don't understand the careers that exist. I can apply that to myself. When I was a kid growing up in Kenton County, Kentucky, my mother was a bookkeeper, my father was a maintenance man. I thought I was going to be an accountant until a career day came at my high school where I understood that technology careers existed, and that was an opportunity for me. Went on to the University in Kentucky, was able to get a career, still staying in Kentucky, not having to leave for my entire career in information technology, which has been fantastic. Born of that was Interalliance. It's a nonprofit. We partner with institutions within Cincinnati to give these opportunities to students. It culminates in paid internships in the summer. So last summer we had about 126 interns at some of the biggest companies you've heard of in Cincinnati, one of them being Fifth Third Bank, which I'm a part of, and I really appreciate their opportunity to co-chair the board as a volunteer at Interalliance. And through that, we're able to give opportunities to students that wouldn't have had it before. It propels them when they do go into their secondary education in universities to have benefits they wouldn't have had before and be more competitive. A lot of these students came from Northern Kentucky, and we see them going to schools like MIT, Cal Berkeley, Purdue. And these are students as an employer within the Cincinnati area I normally wouldn't have had access to. So I get to bring them home, get a higher level of talent, whether they're going into Kentucky schools or outside of the state, but to bring them home to careers that they can have fruitful careers within Cincinnati coming home. So it's very excited to be able to expand that into Kentucky. I'm extremely excited to partner with Alicia and We Lead CS, and excited to see what the next 3 years brings. Thank you.
The most important thing to know is that more information is available for school districts, students, parents, chambers of commerce, employers that are interested in getting involved. The role that the Interalliance will play is to work with We Lead CS in helping select our chamber partners and the Take the Lead grant program. All of that information is available at weleadcs.org. We're happy to answer any questions you have, but for right now, I just want to thank everyone for being here, and particularly my board, Lourdes Baez and Heather and Rob, for being here today. So thank you very much.